The last type of function is a square root function. Now, what you're asked to do is still the same. You're asked to find the slope of the tangent. You will be given a point. So you're going to do exact same setup. Limit h approach to 0, f at a plus h minus f at a divided by h. This time, a is 9. So I need to find f at 9. And I need to find, that's a 9, sorry, f at 9 plus h. The function is square root of x. So square root of 9, well, that's good. That's 3. Here, you're going to get square root of 9 plus h, which we can't really simplify. Okay, so let's put it in here first. Equal to the limit h approach 0, square root of 9 plus h minus 3 over h. Anytime you see square root functions, you have to go back to something that you learned in grade 11. We call this conjugate. The idea of a plus b multiplied by a minus b, like a difference of square. What you're going to get is you're going to get a square minus b square. What's special is the square, because whenever you square a square root, you cancel the square root. So what we have here is in the format of what we call a minus b. You see, something minus something else. We call this a minus b. So what you do is you multiply by the conjugate of that, which is a plus b. But you have to do both the numerator and the denominator. A is whatever's in the front. That's square root of 9 plus h. B is whatever at the back. That's a 3. Since this is minus, that's going to be, and I'm going to use a different color here, plus. Just copy whatever you have on this side over there, except you switch the sign. If this is a minus, you make that a plus. And then you copy the same thing in a denominator. Some people say, oh, this looks so complicated. It may seem complicated at this point, but then the next step is going to be super easy. Okay? But you have to recognize anytime you see a square root, you have to say, I need to do conjugation. I need to look for the conjugate. A plus b, I have to multiply by a minus b. A minus b, I have to multiply by a plus b. Conjugation. Oops, not there. I need to go for it, not backwards. Okay, so here, I'm going to have this multiplied by that. This multiplied by that. I'm going to show you on the next slide here why that's super easy. 9 plus h minus 3 times 9 plus h plus 3. This guy is your A. This is your B. This guy is your A. And that's your B. When you have a difference of square like that and you multiply, you're going to get a squared minus b squared. What's a again? Well, a is whatever is in the front. Actually, let me use different color. A is this guy. What's b? B is that guy. What happens when you square the square roots? Well, it simply removes the square roots. And 3 squared is 9. And what do you get when you do 9 plus h minus 9? Everything cancels out. You're left with the letter h. That's it. Your letter with the letter h. That's it. It may seem very complicated initially, right? But when you expand it, a squared minus b squared, all you left was just the letter h. So this part, the numerator, everything multiply, it's the letter h. Why h is important? Well, because I need to cancel with this h. Right? I gotta have an h to cancel with it. So limit H approach to 0. I have an H left on top. I have an H at the bottom. And perfect. They just cancel each other out. And what's left is this little part in the denominator. So the answer is that little part in the denominator. So, whoops, I don't want that thick. Limit. H approaches 0. Those two things cancel. So you have 1 over the square root of 9 plus H plus 3. That's your final answer. Except now that H is so small, it's like 0. Well, if this is 0, then this is square root of 9. Square root 9 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. So the final answer is 1 over 6. And this is your slope of the tangent.